Hello everyone, welcome to class. All right, so I am Precious, and in today's lesson, we are going to be looking at the topic fractions. Okay, so recall that in this course, we are particularly looking at students preparing for the senior WAEC examination, that is a West African School Certificate exam. All right, and then it can also serve for students preparing for JAMB examination in Nigeria. All right, so we have the topic fractions and decimals. All right, and we have objectives. The first one is that at the end of this lesson, students should be able to add, subtract, multiply, and divide fractions and decimals. And then number two, they should be able to solve real life problems using fractions and decimals. All right, that is at the end of the topic. Okay, however, for this particular unit of the topic, we are just going to consider addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of fractions. And then subsequently, we are going to consider that for decimals. And then we go into solving real problems, that is word problems involving fractions and decimals. All right, come with me, let's see. Now, whenever it comes to fractions, one of the questions we would always ask is the simplification of a fraction, which is the joining of the fraction. If there are 2, 3, or more, you join them together to produce one fraction. Okay, so now the first thing that you must take note of when it comes to fractions or simplification of fractions is the fact that it comes with the application of this order of oppression. We call this order of oppression. You should have seen it somewhere in junior secondary school. Okay, so showing you how to apply the basic operations we have in math. The first being bracket, then off, then division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Multiplication also goes together with exponents. Okay, so now the implication is that if I have an expression of this sort, that if there is a bracket, I should treat whatever is in the bracket first before others. Then off comes division, multiplication. So in this case, where there's a combination of multiplication and division, you are expected to take care of the division first before joining it with multiplication. Okay, I hope that is clear. So let's get into it. Solution. Okay, so for the first one, we are told to simplify 11 over 5 plus 5 over 6. Okay, so now another thing that is important to note when it comes to simplifying fractions is that now the basic ones we did maybe while in junior or primary school is we call them similar fractions. You can actually have something like 11 over 5 maybe plus 4 over 5. Okay, so here the denominators are the same, and when the denominators are the same, all you need to do is pick one of them and then add the numerators. So you have 11 plus 4, and if it is subtraction, you pick one and subtract. However, when the denominators are different, there is a system of making the denominators to be the same, and that system is what we call LCM. So we are going to take the LCM of the two denominators. If there are 3, you take the LCM of the 3 of them. Okay, and to take LCM, of course, all you need to do is you have your 6 and your 5, so you do your successive division. Of course, if we divide by 5, we'll have 1 here. 5 cannot divide 6, you bring it down, and then you go by 6, then you have 1, 1. Okay, so our LCM will be 5 times 6, which is 30. Okay, so and then if you bring that here, so you can now go ahead to divide. So 5, the denominator here will divide 30, and then whatever you get, you multiply here. Meanwhile, you can bring down your sign. So that will give us 6 times 11, and that is 66. And then this divide, this is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 66 plus 25, which is going to give us 91 all over 30. And you can see that is an improper fraction. You know, we have at least 3 forms of fraction: proper, improper, and mixed number. Okay, so this one is improper, so you are expected to change it to a mixed number, and that is going to give us 30 into 91 will be 3 times, and then there's a remainder of 1, and then you divide it by 30. All right, and that is a good place to stop. Meanwhile, if there was a number that could divide to reduce to lowest term, then we would have done that. In this case, whenever you have mixed numbers, it is expected that the first thing to do is to change them to improper fraction. So I'm going to change this, and that is going to give me 3 times 9, 27 plus 1. Okay, so, and that's beautiful. So at this point, we can take our LCM, which of course is easy to get your LCM. So without even using that long division. So I can do, of course, if you multiply all this, you are going to get 24. But there's a smaller number that all of them can divide, and that is 12. So that's the smallest number all of them can divide, and that's a good one. So we go with 12. So 3 into 12 is 4. 4 times 28 is going to give us 56 times 2, which is 112. Then plus 4 into 12 is 3, and 3 into 23 is going to give us 69, minus 2 into 12 is 6, and 6 into 13. All right, let's come over here, and that is 103 all over 12. Okay, so, and this again is an improper fraction which we can reduce to. Okay, so, and that is our solution for number 2. Now permit me to quickly change all of these to mixed numbers, since they are, to improper fraction, since they are mixed numbers. Okay, so that's going to give me 8 plus 1, which is 9 over 4. Okay, so at this point, once you have multiplication, or let's even say division, present in your fraction, like I said, you're expected to do this one first. But in doing this, all you need to do is to change the sign of this from division to multiplication. And that is going to give us 9 over 4 times 7 over 2. So if we change this to multiplication, we'll have multiplied by, what will happen is that this one will come up and this one will come down. So, and that will give us 8 all over 35. And then it makes the work much easier. Once you have multiplication, you can go ahead and divide across the diagonals or across verticals. So either you go diagonal or vertical. This way can go, this way can go, this, and so on. So of course, 2 can divide this to give us 4. And this 4 can also divide that other 4. So we just have 1 here. Okay, and then 7 here is 1. 7 into 35 is 5. All right, nothing else can divide, so we can just easily bring out 9 into this one will be 9 all over, and this one will give us 5. So our final answer is going to be one whole number 4 all over 5 as the solution to that problem. Now for number 4, I am going to leave that as an assignment. Okay, as an exercise. You're expected to submit the solution of that in the comment section or the comment box of this video. All right, so now let's go to the next one, which is number 5. So for number 5, we are told to find which of these fractions is greater than the rest, or you can say is greatest, since they are more than 1. So which one is the greatest? Okay, so when you are handling this kind of question, look at what you're expected to do. Very simple. Just get the LCM of this fraction. Just as we did LCM here, just do the same thing there. Now, but in that case, you're not using addition or whatever. So you just write your 7 over 9. So if we write out these fractions this way, so we are going to have our LCM. So the LCM of 9, 4, and 12 is going to be 36. I think 36 is the smallest number that the 3 of them can divide. Okay, so we put our 36. this way. Then do our usual, what we did there, just do the same thing. So 9 into 36 is 4. So 4 times 7 is 28. Then do the same here. 4 into 36 is 9 as well. 9 times 3 is 27. And then finally 12 into 36 is 3. And 3 times 11 is 33. So the numbers you have here is what will judge the greatest of the three fractions. And the biggest of them is the answer. So since 33 is more than the others, it means that this fraction is bigger than the other two. Alright, so for number 6, I've already moved it from those of them that are mixed numbers to improper fractions. So this is 3 over 2, this one is 7 over 3, and then so. Now remember what I said about the order of oppression, your board mass. So here in this case, multiplication comes before addition and subtraction. So what do? I will put a bracket there, so treat it first. So what do I do here? This 3 will cancel this 3. So you just have 1, 1, and that's 7 over 4. So that means we have 3 over 2. So once you have plus and minus, you can just go ahead and take your LCM. So if we take LCM here, which is just 4, okay, 2 into 4 is 2, and 2 times 3 is 6, plus this is 1 times 7, this is 2 times 1, and that is 2. So 6 plus 7 is 13, minus 2 is 11 over 4. And changing it into a mixed number, we will have 2 whole number, 3 all over 4 as the solution to that. So for number 7, you can actually write it in the form of number 8. Okay, so what do I mean? The temptation you would have here is to think that you can cancel out this and this, or this one and this one. No, you are not allowed to do that, because the sign you have here is addition and subtraction. So you can't cancel. Assuming this was multiplication and multiplication, then these two can go away. All right, so let's quickly do we take LCM here, which is 6. So 3 into 6 is 2 times 1, 2, minus 6 into 6 is 1. Then divided by, here is going to be the same thing, 6, then we have 2, plus 1, okay? So this is equal to 1 over 6 divided by, why this one is 3 over 6. Okay, so if you do the same thing I did here, okay, so we change the sign here to multiplication, and this one will turn to 6 over 3. And you are done. 6 here, we remove this 6, and so your answer is 1 all over 3. And that is the solution. Okay, so this is where we are going to end for this lesson. We've been able to take care of basic operations involving fractions: addition, division, multiplication, and subtraction. Okay, so and you have 2 exercises. One is to simplify this, and another is to simplify that. And if you have any question, remember to put it in the comment section below, and then we would always see, even in the chat group as well, to see whatever question you have. All right, so see you in another lesson. Bye.